I want to thank you all this morning to give me the opportunity to share an idea and a plan that I have as an outreach for our community. You know, people start things for a variety of different reasons. To make money, to meet a need that's happening in a community. There's a lot of different reasons that people start an idea. But I'm starting this idea because it saved my life. You know, I could no longer sit back and see one more news story on our local news or hear or read one more article in our local newspaper about the heroin and the opioid epidemic that's going on right here in our community and not step in and be a part of the solution for hope in our community. Let me take you back 10 years ago where I could have been one of those stories in our community. I was a broken man from mental, physical, and sexual abuse as a child. And it all happened in a place that's supposed to be the safest and secure for us. It happened in my home. As an adult, I developed habits and hang-ups that allowed or affected my ability to be a father, to be a husband to my wife, and eventually led me to a place where I could no longer be an effective citizen, and it affected my professional career. You know, and it all came crashing down on September 10th of 2008. All of my good ideas at that time had brought me to a point and a place where I wanted to end my life. I was alone. I was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and I no longer wanted to live. And my wife came in that day and she shared with me that she was no longer willing to sit beside me and watch me kill myself. And I had a choice to make. I could choose to continue in the path of addiction, drug addiction and alcohol addiction, and she would take our 3 girls and they would leave. Or I could choose to get the help that I needed and find recovery in our community. And she would stay and she would support me 100%. The beautiful thing is I chose the latter. I'm still married, 21 years of marriage to a beautiful wife, 3 daughters still together. And I say that I have been clean and sober by the grace of God and a lot of hard work since September 11th of 2008. I am thankful for the relationships that I have in the recovery community here in Marion County. I'm a firm believer that God changed my life on September 11th of 2008. And the 12 steps gave me a design for living life. I did not know how to live life on life's terms. And for me, I wish that my family had that same opportunity, that they were embraced by a recovery community that I had. And that's why my desire is to start a place where we would have, where we would partner with our community to offer hope and healing for individuals and families together. You know, my vision was drawn on this napkin, and you laugh. But we were sitting in a restaurant, my wife and I said, I believe this is how we need to start this recovery outreach for our community in Marion County. You know, I see a vision of a place where we would partner with our local law enforcement, with the heroin and the opioid task force that's already happening in our community. Our OPD and the local amnesty program that they have going. 8 people's lives have been saved because of the amnesty program. So they're doing really, really good work. We would partner with other local churches that don't have the resources or the people that can help in a time of need. We would partner with our rehabs and recovery houses, CA, AA, NA, Al-Anon, our psychologists and our counselors here in town, our hospitals and our community agencies, all in an effort to bring hope and healing to those who are sick and suffering in our community, to be a place where individuals and families can come when they're looking for hope and healing from their addictions. I see this as a place where people will come and they're loved on. They're accepted right where they are, just as they are for who they are. It's a place where we would encourage community and to celebrate God's healing power as we work along the road to recovery. This will be a place designed to help hurting people. The weekly gathering, as I see it, is, I've heard that a lot of times that we're better together, and I truly believe it. We are better when we're in relationship with other people. So my vision is we would start from at 6 o'clock and we would eat together. There's something that happens when we sit down and enjoy a meal together. We would build community. Families would come together and we would build relationships together. From 7 to 8, we would the children and the students would go off and be in their own environments where they can talk about what's going on in their families. And then the adults would go into their own large group where we would have music, live music, and we would have a message of hope one week, and then the next week we would share personal testimonies, personal stories of people's lives that have been changed here in our community, and people who have experienced the hope and healing from recovery. From 8 to 9, we would break off into gender and topic-specific small groups where we would have trained leaders who would create a safe and confidential place for people to share their hurts and their habits and their hang-ups and know that they are loved and cared for. And then from 9 to 9:45 in that day, we would come back out and just hang out in a cafe where we would share snacks, share conversation, and get ready to go out to face the next day. I just imagine the impact that this could have in our community, the individuals and the families whose lives could be changed because we said yes to helping. I believe this could be a place where people are free from their hurts and their habits and their hang-ups, and we would equip them with the tools and the resources that they need for a new design for life, to live life on life's terms. I thank you for letting me share my dream and my idea for a recovery gathering here in Marion County. Thank you.